Hey everyone, Andrew back again and welcome to another video, and today I'm here with another top 20 list. This time it is my top 20 horror films from the 2000s, so from 2000 to 2009. This is part of the top 20 for 2020 series that Jason and Joe created, and I will leave links to both of their channels in the description box below. So let's get into it. Let's find out what 20 horror films from the 2000s made my list. So coming in at number 20 we have House of the Devil, and this probably could have made my list slightly higher, but the ending kind of lets it down for me a little bit. But other than that though, absolutely fantastic slow burn of a film. The lead character is really good, and this one is extremely atmospheric. So yeah, great film, The House of the Devil. Coming in at number 19 is Pandorum, and this is a really underrated sci-fi horror that I definitely highly recommend. It's got a great setting on board a spacecraft, and the aliens look really awesome. So yeah, if you haven't seen this one and you're a fan of sci-fi horror, which I know a lot of you are, I definitely highly recommend Pandorum. Coming in at number 18 is The Descent, and this is an awesome creature feature, especially the setting. So this is about a group of people who go on a cave trip and they get stuck in the cave. I think that is such a cool setting for this type of movie. Very claustrophobic and atmospheric setting. Yeah, this is a really awesome creature feature. That is The Descent. Coming in at number 17 is Splinter, and this is a pretty underrated creature feature, but I really like this movie a lot. The creature effects look really awesome, and like The Descent, this also has a great location because it's pretty much set in one location, being the gas station, and I think that's a really cool setting for this movie. But yeah, really awesome creature feature, that's Splinter. Coming in at number 16 is Land of the Dead, and this is one of my all-time favourite zombie films. Love this movie a lot. It's got a great social commentary to it. The zombies look really good, and yeah, this is just a great movie from the zombie genre. That is Land of the Dead. Coming in at number 15 we have The Collector, and I love this movie. It is amazing. It is a fantastic blend of home invasion and slasher film. Very simple premise, but so well executed. The traps within this movie are pretty brutal and nasty. There's some really good kills within the film too, and yeah, this one is damn good. That is The Collector. Coming in at number 14 we have The Loved Ones, and this is an awesome Aussie horror film. The main character in this one is very memorable because she is completely sick and twisted. Lola is the character, and yeah, the actress who plays her absolutely nails the role. Really awesome film. There's some very disturbing and extremely hard to watch scenes throughout this film, and some of the music within this movie is really good. It definitely fits into the film quite nicely. So The Loved Ones, absolutely awesome film. Coming in at number 13 we have The Strangers, and this is definitely one of my all-time favourite home invasion films. Very simply done, but extremely effective. Wow, this is really good. I really like the ending too, because when you find out why the villains are targeting these particular people, it's pretty shocking when you find out why. So absolutely fantastic, very simple, but extremely effective. So that is The Strangers. Coming in at number 12 we have Hatchet, and I'm sure everyone's seen this movie, so I don't really need to talk too much about it, but what a fantastic modern slasher movie. Absolutely love this one, especially for the setting. I love the atmospheric and creepy swamp location, I think it works really, really well. Of course, it gave us the awesome slasher icon Victor Crowley, and of course this one started the Hatchet franchise, so absolutely awesome. Pretty much everything I love about the slasher genre rolled into this movie, so that is Hatchet. Coming in at number 11 we have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre The Beginning, and this is a amazing entry into the TCM franchise. What can I say about this one? I love that it's a prequel. It works really, really well. I kind of love the little bit of the backstory at the beginning of the film. And Sheriff Hoyt, wow, he is an awesome character within this movie. So, love this one. It definitely is really, really gritty and grimy. And yeah, what can I say? Big fan of Texas Chainsaw Massacre The Beginning. Okay, so now we're down to the top 10. So coming in at number 10 is The Mist, and this is a phenomenal creature feature, a Stephen King adaptation, one of the better Stephen King adaptations in my opinion. This is fantastic. I could go on and on about this one, but I will keep it brief. I love the location, set inside the grocery store. The characters within this movie are fantastic and pretty realistic of the situation that they are in. Very, very moody and atmospheric and eerie vibe running through this movie. The creature design, I think, is fantastic. And that ending, wow, one of the most memorable endings in horror history, in my opinion. The ending, wow. So that is The Mist. Coming in at number 9 is the Halloween remake, and I'm sure a lot of you do not agree with my opinions on this film, but I absolutely love this remake. I really, really like the backstory. I think it definitely adds something a little bit different to the Michael Myers mytho. I know a lot of people don't agree with me, but hey, this is my list, my opinion, and yeah, I really, really like the backstory on this one. I like how brutal this movie is. The kills are very, very violent and brutal, which I do like. And yeah, I think this is a great remake, a great entry into the Halloween franchise. So that is the Halloween remake. Coming in at number 8 is Eden Lake. And this was a tricky one to rank. In fact, my top 10 was very, very hard for me to rank, but this one came into 8th spot. Wow, very, very sick, twisted, and brutal. There's one scene in particular within this movie that I've never been able to erase from my head, and that is the scene where someone gets burnt. Very, very shocking scene. But yeah, this is pretty brutal. And this one has a fantastic ending too. Yeah, the ending is a massive punch in the guts. But yeah, pretty simple premise, pretty simple idea, but very, very effective. Eden Lake is phenomenal. Coming in at number 7, we have 28 Days Later. And this has always been one of my all-time favourite movies from this era of horror ever since I saw it when it first came out. And in my opinion, this is definitely a modern classic, zombie film, infection movie, whatever you want to call it. Absolutely phenomenally done. It introduced us to the faster moving zombies, which I really, really liked. The characters were really, really good, and the opening scenes of the isolated London, really, really awesome stuff. So yeah, modern classic in my opinion, 28 Days Later. Coming in at number 6, we have American Psycho, and like I said before, this was a really, really tricky 10 to rank because this one almost made my top 5, but obviously not quite. This movie is phenomenal. It's a masterpiece in my opinion. Easily one of the greatest horror films from this era, and I immediately knew this would make my list before I even compiled the majority of it, honestly. But what a phenomenal performance from Christian Bale as Patrick Bateman. very, very sick and twisted individual. This one has a really, really good storyline. The soundtrack is phenomenal, and yeah, what an amazing performance from Christian Bale. So that is American Psycho. Coming in at number 5, we have the Friday the 13th remake, and in my opinion, this is how you do a remake to a very, very popular franchise. To me, this is almost like a best of the series in a way. Love this movie. I'm not really going to go on too much about it, but yeah, I think this is a phenomenal entry into the Friday the 13th franchise. So that is the Friday the 13th remake. Coming in at number 4 is Inside, and this is my favourite home invasion film, which is a little bit of a spoiler when we get to the home invasion top 20 list. But yeah, this one was another one like American Psycho that I knew would be on this list for sure and pretty high up there, and yeah, it is at number 4. This movie is incredible in my opinion. Very, very simple in terms of its premise, but this movie works so well. The two main characters within this film are phenomenal. Some very, very gory and brutal scenes throughout, and a pretty sick ending too. So yeah, this one is phenomenal. That is Inside. Coming in at number 3, we have Trick or Treat, and this movie is amazing. I'm sure I don't really need to talk too much about it because I'm sure most of you have seen it, but what can I say? This movie is so well done. The Halloween vibe and atmosphere within this movie is just incredible. It's absolutely perfect. I really, really like all the stories within this one. My favourite one is definitely the school bus story. I really, really like that one a lot. Of course, we have the iconic character of Sam, and he is awesome within this movie. Yeah, this one is definitely one of my favourite horror anthologies of all time. That is Trick or Treat. Okay, so coming in at number 2, and I went back and forth a little bit on number 2 and number 1, but number 2 is Wolf Creek. I've talked about this movie a lot, and this is another one that is pretty popular, so I'm sure I don't really need to talk too much about it. But what a phenomenal film, especially in terms of Australian horror cinema. This movie really put us on the map, I think, in terms of the horror genre. Gave us the amazing sick and twisted slasher character Mick Taylor, played by John Jarratt, and he is amazing within this film. But yeah, Wolf Creek is awesome. Absolutely love this one. So yeah, Wolf Creek. And coming in at number 1, I had to put Saw at number 1. For many, many reasons, but this movie is absolutely phenomenal, and all things considered, I would definitely say that this is my favourite horror film from the 2000s. Very, very effective. It almost gave us a brand new genre within the horror genre, which I really, really liked. And I don't really need to talk too much about this one because this one is very, very popular, and it spanned a very, very lengthy franchise as well. But such an amazing film on so many levels. I love the traps within this movie. I love how the killer is not actually physically killing the people. He's basically giving them the option to live or die. And I really, really like that about this movie. I think it's something a little bit different, and it just adds a lot of tension and suspense to the mix too. And the twist ending, I've got to say, I did not see coming whatsoever. The ending for this movie is absolutely awesome. So yeah, Saw made my number 1 spot. Okay, so there you go. That was my top 20 horror movies from the 2000s. Please let me know what you think of my picks in the comments below. What are some of your favourite movies that made my list? Let me know. Hope everyone's staying well and safe out there. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching.